Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. These are the colors that I'm using. They're over there to the side mixed up, and I'll tell you the recipe I used. It wasn't exact or scientific. In any case, these are primary elements, but I will soon be mixing these colors, conventional acrylics with the same recipe. I made up several cell activators, and we're going to do a bloom. I made up all kinds of things. I made up a bottle of pillow paint and another one in white and cell activator in white that I used some golden product. I can't remember what that was, but it was black. Anyway, so now I have, these are the canvases I started with, these little 6x6s. So I have an 8x8 that I'm not super excited about keeping from last year's Valentine's. It's okay, but it's no great shake, so I'm okay with losing it. I have a canvas that I repaired. Where'd the repair go? It's covered now. It's a little, yeah, I don't see it anymore. Never mind, I guess it, there it is. It's a little 45-degree angle, and I repaired it with super glue, which you can actually do. So let's see if I can zoom out so we can all see what I'm doing to the best of my ability. And now I'm going to try and remember all my steps. And so I'm really inclined to use that gold cell activator just to see how it goes. And in the meantime, I'm going to use some of this black, which is just conventional house paint, straight up, not a problem. I'm going to use my spatula from OXO under Show More under the video to cover my edges to help facilitate paint. It's a nice temperature out here today. It's occasionally perfect, and this is that. It's not 80 and not 50, and I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, I'd say it was the perfect temperature of about 75 degrees with no hot sun. And for Florida, that's pretty unusual. So I kind of hate to see that heart go, but, you know, I took a picture of it at the time, and we're all good with that. I would have done something to it to embellish it and make it better, but right now I want this size canvas, and this is the only one in my inventory, so it's going to have to go toward this project. And I don't figure I need to really be concerned about the middle section, because there's going to be a pillow of paint there anyway, as long as I remember this time, because the first time I didn't, and it still worked. And the reason this canvas is underneath us is because I don't like wasting paint. So my intention is to see, at least to experiment, yeah, there goes the center, to experiment with what happens if I pour that paint off onto another surface. I'm going to try not to be too obsessive about my edges right now, which is always a tall order, because as soon as you see that canvas at the bottom, you just want to cover it. Well, at least I do. So I'm going to wipe off my spatula, because that's a really good idea. Because this house paint clings a lot better than other things. So I told you I had my beautiful colors, and this is them mixed up. And I started with polycrylic, but you could start with a poly anything. The primary elements comes with its own sauce, and so you just mix the primary elements into the bottom. Don't pick that up now. I need my pillow. Oh wait, that's the activator. Okay, well I already did that wrong. So I'm going to get rid of that activator because I can. Put it right there, also because I can. Hey, that's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. Now I really do want to try this at least once with just this overabundance of paint. And that looks like that looks like that fits that description just perfectly. So I'm going to do whatever seems to come to mind. And I know crossing these colors over is not a bad thing. I'm hoping they don't dry out easily. I can't just make a straight line easily. It's not really in my nature. Sorry, just... And this is my favorite, of course, you know that. And that's going to have to go everywhere. And probably it's okay underneath, but I don't know that yet because I'm not fully adjusted to this process. So I'm going to actually, you know what, to be on the safe side, I'm going to use the gold cell activator, which is Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold. I want some white too. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Let's just use all three. Outside your comfort zone or what? Yeah, okay, well, I follow my instincts. And then I'm going to use the black as well, because I can. Hey, the second book I wrote is called Unlimited Possibilities, which is what I hope we're about to get. Let me move my few ingredients that are in the way back so I don't knock anything over, because knocking them over would be a bad thing. So I think I'm going to blow some of this around. I'm going to do it the conventional way first. And I'm going to see, I don't see anything really, but I'm going to give it a second. I think I heard this rumor, I didn't pay much attention to this, I gotta say. I heard this rumor that you could let it wait and rest before blowing on it. I so don't want to waste that. I'm like, do I have a small canvas I can dump that onto? And I do. And that's probably exactly what I'm going to do first. Oh, we are getting some cool cells. Right up here, at least. Maybe if I blew it over the edge, I won't have to pour it all away. Now I get to see how this reacts on black, which is what I really wanted today. To see how that reacts on black. But it's not keeping me from wanting to put any more white cell activator in there. Maybe some more gold as well. I'm not overly confident that the gold is actually working, to tell you the truth. But I will do what I want to see what I'll see. And make a composition as I go if I can. And forever wonder if I didn't use enough pillow paint, which is probably exactly right. My most serious desire is to go back and use some more of this. Absolutely stunning. You know what? I should find out what that color is called. Maybe I should look and see while things are developing. Wow, I can't even believe it. It's a beautiful color. That can't be right. It says it's bougainvillea. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, I've got a turntable and I can use it. I know I'm supposed to be pouring this stuff off, but I'm so bad at that. I'm not sure why I need to do that. But I'm going to try and pour. You know what else I'm going to do? I am going to put a little pillow over here on this other canvas. Hey, because I can. And then, if I have to pour off, I'm going to pour it right under that pillow. Because I know learning to allow yourself that pouring is part of the process, even though it's extremely painful for me. And not only that, I have Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, so I can stop that mid-pour. So we might get a twofer. I just already like what I've got. What can I say? It's not moving very quickly. That could be... I guess I also heard some kind of rumor that maybe you can add some water to something, but I'm not sure what that is. Probably eventually I should take Shelley's course, if that is her name. I kept calling her Sheila E., but I think it's probably Shelley. So I'm just going to take my spatula and keep I'm not really getting the huge cells that I might have expected if I were better at this and had been doing it longer, but since neither one of those things is going on right here, it doesn't really matter. And I'm sure you can, if you can't purchase the ingredients, which are, by the way, pretty cool, untinted number 3 base primer. That's what they use before they make your paint. I got some nice cells, a few. I don't want to lose all that yellow, I can tell you now. I'm going to just go ahead and be frivolous and use my spatula to spread some of that paint rather than lose it all, because I like what I've got to a point. And I probably didn't lay things over like you normally would either, but oh well, que sera, sera. This is how I roll. So, and I don't see anybody sticking anything in here, but it doesn't mean that you couldn't. That's my opinion anyway. And until you try, how do you know that that doesn't work? Which means I could actually, maybe I could take some colors. I'm just having too much fun. It's just pretty the way it is. And I know that there's probably a lot of room for improvement as far as, you know, making this spread out. And I'm just going to keep taking the paint that's coming off the edges. Actually, I'm just going to use my finger and touch some of that right into position. And use it. You guys can see that. It's really, really pretty. But I got a feeling that everything's pretty with the Colourarte. It's not inexpensive, but it's so worthwhile. And I've got 4 minutes left, and I think what that means is I'm going to take the first thing that I did here, because I can't make myself pour it off. I just can't do it. So I'm going to leave it over to the edge. Somewhere here, oh yes, conveniently enough I have an uncovered canvas. So let's just keep going with what I've got started and do it in a more conventional way and see what happens. Ooh, almost dumped that paint bottle over. I think I used too much of the product, but I'm not sure about that. So, what now? I didn't use nearly enough of this. I didn't use any of it, actually. So I think what I'm going to do is put the paint, the pillow paint on the white on the black side, and the black on the white side. And spread a few things toward the edges, because I can, sort of thing. Doesn't really matter, does it? And then if I have to cover something up later, at least I'll have a good start. We also get to see what the white and the black house paint do together. And this one I'm going to try really hard to pour off, because I need to know. I need to see this actually happening. I know I'm going to wish for another canvas. Okay, so this time I'm using the white cell activator. And I'll probably use a little bit of the gold as well. Well, whatever I'm doing right or wrong, I'm still having a good time. So this is what I was thinking earlier when I was watching people do this. Not only am I interested in using a straw, but if I can get a lot of it going on one side, maybe I can pour off the other side. Well, it just goes to show, even if you can't get those gorgeous lacy cells, you can still get some gorgeous, beautiful colors. Get that right over to the edge. Back and forth. I haven't tried an edge catcher yet. I don't know, it could sell up if I let it flow away. I'm just not good at that. Really bad, in fact. Totally bad. My bad. But I'm having such a good time with my beautiful colors, it doesn't matter to me. I'm sorry, I must be disappointing a lot of you. Never mind. You'll get over it. Ooh, I just found some color. This canvas is going to be interesting by the time it's done. I'm just going to keep sticking my fingers in the edge. It's still not the plan. So much for my cell activator. Oh, that's beautiful over here. Even if they're just stripy little ribbons, they're gorgeous. That's why it's so hard for me to pour it away. So I'm not sure there's going to be a part 2. Part 1 is kind of a little undone. I was more successful my first day with getting cells. So less is definitely more, and more is too much. There's my first lesson. I've only got one side that's not covered. I just want to flow all of that wherever it's supposed to go. Let's let it go down. Maybe we can still pop some cells. I have this side to cover anyway. You're going to be gone. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, inviting you to see my new playlist, which is all about enamels. It's an uncreated playlist on my channel header, where you can also find a place to donate if you like my experiments and you want to help support the studio. On the end screen of any video, you can find that particular month's exhibition video and what the prizes are. And this month there are 8 paintings, one of my 2 books, or a class with me in Spring Hill. Not necessarily for the blooming technique, though, I gotta say. I'm not unhappy with that. I'm used to the conventional. I think I'm better off on a white pillow. And waiting. I love you guys. There's 85,300 of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching longer. The longer you watch, the more likely you are to help keep me here at YouTube. Yes, I did. I just stuck my finger in there. Well, actually, not my finger. I don't know what this will look like when you see it, but it'll be the thumbnail, so. I love you guys. I will see you anon. Check under the video for my usual paint pouring recipe, which actually I should probably remove for this one, so any other video, but not this one. I will try and give you my version of what I used the first time when I was successful, and maybe that will be useful to someone, but I don't know. In the meantime, I think I'm going to swipe across this this canvas down below and see what the paint does, because I can. Alright, you guys, take care. Priscilla out. Check on my created playlists if you're still here. There's 12 genres now.